into it. Some teams might be willing to try something like a Mordekaiser, but again, I'm always just expecting to see my poor little Scorpion banned away.
And it's interesting too, because we're getting pretty deep in the bans, and with 100 Thieves banning Tristana, Team Liquid are forced between the choice of, do we ban Skarner, like we know we need to, or do we ban Corki because we think 100 Thieves are going to jump right on the Corki and then you can't do your little Corki Tristana trade? I would say ban Skarner 100%. Quid already played Ezreal. You know, they will play. Quid will play anything. Quid actually has the deepest champion pool of any of our mid laners, if you're just counting this year. So Quid has been so flexible. I don't think you need to feel pressured, even though Corki Tristana is the meta, the name of the entire game right now.
Yeah.
I still think if we're remaining on the patch,
all right, lock it in.
They let them both through in favor of banning out Ashe for bottom side pressure, and so Skarner's gonna, you assume, be the first pick. And the intention here for TL is like, fine, we'll give it to you, but now because you banned that Tristana we were talking about, we will take the primary Corki.
Okay. So no Tristana to answer the Corki. We also have Senna banned away critically by TL. Remember that this champion counts as multiple bans, I feel like, because there's so much stuff that she enables to be played with her down there in the bottom lane with the farming supports. As let's see what else Team Liquid wants to go with here. They want to make sure they get value out of giving the Skarner away. We have not yet seen a team give Skarner away and not regret it.
We have also not yet seen Umti not lock Sejuani or Maokai. We get another one, baby. In a world that has been filled with AP turbo clearing junglers, the tanks are also very good. Of course, we just came off a series where back-to-back, you know, energy contracts, very strong Sejuani. The champion right now is just insane because of Warmogs plus the Zeeks, both incredibly efficient. The Warmogs buff is just exactly what Sejuani wanted. She already in previous metas would rush Warmogs, and now it's 1,000 flat health, and they increased her health scaling on her W damage. It's just insane. So let's catch up with it though, as the Ezreal plus Leona are locked in. And a friendly reminder, even though I don't think Quid will play at this game, he very well could. This is a real flex pick here, and Quid was not only proficient on mid Ezreal, he was extremely good on the mid lane Ezreal. So definitely putting some real pressure here into the draft.
Yep, absolute highlight reel moment when he got that quadra kill in the 3v5 Baron defense. Okay, that's what I mentioned earlier. This is one of those other champions that you see picked as a response to the Skarner in top lane. Usually it's Rumble or it's Mordekaiser. Now, will the Mordekaiser and his ability to win in the direct matchup be able to outweigh Skarner's impact in the game as a whole? That's also what we're going to have to see. How experienced is Impact in the Mordekaiser versus Skarner matchup? That's another thing that's going to factor in here, because if Skarner gets ahead, it's still really difficult for Mordekaiser to be able to respond to him. Remember that Skarner's one of those champions where if you're trying to shove the wave in, it's so easy for him to punish you, especially on a champion that just can have ambient damage around him like Mordekaiser with that Steel Storm or whatever the passive is called. I don't even remember the name of the thing specifically. But if Mordekaiser got his passive currently working and Skarner just slams him into the wall, into the turret, it's bad news bears for Mord.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm very excited for this one because Mord does some really interesting things to your team fights as well. If he's able to, you know, like blast cone towards the backside, or sometimes it's even optimal to try and just ult the tank out of the way for the rest of your team. Very fun too with split pushing and your ability to 2v1. Dissuades junglers from ganking you the later that you get when you have access to your ultimate, but we'll catch up here as Karthus and Zyra both banned out, referring to those AP really quickly clearing junglers that are especially good versus Sejuani, who's much more gank oriented early.
Yeah, I don't think you could have picked two better bans for TL in the second half of this draft. These two champions are exactly those types of accelerators, those high tempo junglers that are gonna make it harder for Sejuani to maintain the relevance that she wants to if they are not kept in check. So banning those both out seems really smart to me. Kalista and Nautilus banned away by 100 Thieves, just getting rid of a couple of those options that they don't want to deal with down there in the bottom lane, but still plenty left to pick from here for the side of Team Liquid. And it looks like
Lucian
the
Nami,
man who showed that North America just might be able to pilot some Lucian is ready to pilot it here again.
Yeah, he is well acquainted with this duo. It's one of their favorites. They've talked about it a lot, but the Lucian Lucian Nami here for Yeon and CoreJJ. See how much pressure they can put, and see if 100 Thieves then want to pivot a little bit. They lock in the Brand though. Brand is so good versus Sejuani. Right up there with the Karthus, with the Zyra in the turbo clearing, but also just has massive AoE damage that you can bring to the team fight. Brand is also interesting in that the range is really strong on this champ, so yeah, we'll see about the early clears, and it's gonna be a kind of a race here. Can Umti actually get enough done in lanes to deal with River power clearing?
And hey, it's Quid on the mid Ezreal, reconfirmed with Aphelios locked in bottom lane. There alongside the Leona. Nami, most likely the option to be locked in.
I can tell.
Oh yeah, dude. You know what's actually the most messed up thing? Lucian's one of the only champions in this video game called League of Legends that canonically, by the lore, has a wife, and he spends all his time hanging out with a fish instead of with his wife.
Yep, definitely a funny one. The meta is more powerful than lore. Okay.
The meta is stronger than love.
Yeah, true. I also do want to go over a little bit. The Mordekaiser is kind of the main pick of this draft. Even though you may not be familiar in the recent history, Impact has played for so long that he actually has 17 games on Mordekaiser, because he played it during, if you remember, the Omega powerful Bruisers meta. Juggernauts, that's what they're called. The Juggernauts meta when they were turbo OP. And so he has a 64% win.
All right, let's do it. It's time for 100 Thieves and TL. Team Liquid going to accept the challenge of being the team to show that there is an answer to Skarner in the LCS on this patch. Nobody else has done it thus far, but they've talked about it. Yeah.
And they failed.
Yeah, everybody, there's been attempts, don't get me wrong, but the attempts have not succeeded. Sniper also using my favorite Skarner skin after the rework. I think the Robo Skarner is just completely badass. He looks super cool. He has 2 chainsaws and 3 harpoon tails. He's just cool, man. All right, wait, let's see what we got here. GLHF, U2, Oh, man, come on, what is this?
Wait, that's good. It's cute. You got to start out. You got to start out somewhere.
Oh, you lull them into a false sense of security with polite manners. And then you change it up, hit him with the curveball. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you get that first kill, immediately into the type racer.
All right, so let's just go ahead and compare what we got here. We have the barrier for Meech versus Cleanse on Yeon. Wants to make sure he can get away from those engages from the Leona. We know how powerful the CC chaining is from her, while Eyla has the Ignite to try to guarantee that they can get one of these kills if they catch one of these 2 Team Liquid players.
Yeah, just to hammer home our point about how many games Impact has played. Just in the LCS recently, he passed the first place for all-time wins in the LCS, and you saw there Sniper ranking against all of the LCS top laners that we have ever had. 190th, you know, pretty respectable.
190th.
He's a rookie, okay. He had 1 split.
Yeah, that's 190. I think one of the producers told me earlier that the grand total of players that have played in the LCS is like 364, so he's almost in the top half.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, we're
wow, that just makes me think, so like about half of them didn't make it more than 1 split worth of wins, basically. I mean,
tough out here, man.
100 Thieves that have a lot of wins in spring, so that's definitely more wins than you would usually get by only that small amount of time. But back on the Quid Ezreal points, really where it took off was the quadra kill and getting Baron for the team. And so this, I think, will be a more interesting kind of test. Even though a lot of players that we've talked to directly and interviewed have said, yeah, Quid is actually insane on the mid Ezreal. It's not just that one game where he got fortunate to get gifted a bunch of money towards the Baron.
Missing the Q there, though, means this trade is going to be a lot more even than it would otherwise feel.
-1 Q.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep track of those. -1, but not really that consequential here just yet. Back in bottom lane, currently the priority here belongs to Yeon and CoreJJ, that Lucian Nami, that classic bully lane here on the bot side of the map. But River is also hanging around, clearing through the Krugs. If he tries to come in through the tri-brush, he is going to be spotted out by the wards. So I would hope that this doesn't really lead into anything, since Team Liquid has the knowledge and the information on River's positioning. Eyla and Meech can comfortably step up here, and it'll be Eyla sweeping through the brushes, but Umti's ready to join up here too. Instead, just going to put his attention over onto the Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, he should get it. They both have smite still. Save the smite for the Scuttle Crab, so they're able to get that quite nice, and he can path up and get the top side one as well. By the way, the top side, I just want to point out a small thing that Sniper did. This is what you want to do for Skarner. Especially, it's even more important on live patch where Skarner got further mana nerfs. But Sniper pushed in and he got his recall off on the early push at tower to go buy that tier.
Yep. Gotta make sure you can spam.
Yeah, it helps out a lot on the patch that we're currently on here. It was a small mana nerfs, but on live it's even more so.
Ooh, Umti not going to be able to find his recall there as River interrupts him. But also important to note what you saw up there, the interaction between Sniper and Impact, where it looked like Sniper kind of grabbed Impact at a wacky angle. The hitbox on Skarner's E is not exactly as it seems. It's a little deceptive. Yeon happened to pop the cleanse down here in the bottom lane. Heal from CoreJJ also used alongside the Ignite and Barrier from the 100 Thieves bottom lane. All non-flash summoner spells are spent down here in this 2v2, Kobe.
Yeah, they're going pretty hard down here. You would think maybe it's going to be junglers again visiting. Brand, of course, is doing full clears down to the bottom side, whereas Umti here does have Raptors to go, or the Krugs to go to after Raptors. So it's going to be the choice here from Umti. And even though there is a ward on Raptors, going to head on down to this bottom side because it has gotten a little bit spicy. And he does know that it's also a clear towards bottom side there for River for the Brand. So we'll see about round 2 of junglers meeting up towards the bottom side.
Yes, sir.
Now we got a little wraparound here, though. Looks like a bit of a cross because 6 minutes in is Void Grubs. So we're seeing, again, the classic. Bottom lanes on first recall here. Go up to the Void Grubs. They're going up there ahead of time, 5.5 minutes. They get their purchase off. They go up to the Void Grubs with their jungler, and they burn them down.
So one thing that I'm also interested in here with this switch up coming around is remember that in most situations when you're the top laner, when the enemy duo swaps up there, you've got to be respectful of that 1v2 situation. Mordekaiser doesn't really care about 1v2 situations because that's just 2 separate 1v1s for him. So 100 Thieves willing to make sure that they're respecting this guy, don't put themselves in a spot where it's very easy for him to send somebody to the Shadow Realm and get TL on the board. They are off to a very modest gold lead here early on, but it is River with control over those grubs like you were saying.
Yeah, this is basically the most common early game play. And on bottom side, the answer.
Okay, Sniper gonna get dove. 1v3, flashes back on the other side of the turret. CoreJJ still alive with about 100 HP, not looking so great, but now Umti's gonna get grabbed. He flashes back into the turret aggro in time. It's first blood over on the other side, as exactly what I said would happen just happened. Impact gets a 1v2 at the same time. His team is getting a 3v1 on the other end of the rift.
Yo, that was vintage BM, okay? Back in Impact's day, back in my day, we didn't have emotes to BM with. We spammed the taunt like that. He spams taunt on the body, and Impact wants another one. Oh,
I called it, man. You cannot disrespect Mordekaiser.
That's some old man BM right there. Some original. That was juicy. Yeah, I mean, these two top lane champions are very different in dealing with multiple people ganking them. As you so clearly illustrated and talked about, we didn't actually get to see it happen, so let's take a look. And it's just the grab onto Meech under tower. He had flash. He did not flash the grab. He did not respect the top lane LCS GOAT. Impact just slams it down there, lands the grab under tower, immediately ults him. Meanwhile, Sniper has a much more difficult job here. He's not level 6 yet. He tries to get level 6. He goes for the cannon. He does get that. Then he flashes away from the bubble nicely. Eventually gets level 6 as this one dies from the tower. And so he's able to lock up Sejuani, but because he's so low already, Yeon just kills him, and they get the extra kill, plus the flash, plus the ultimate down there, and Dragon picked up in the aftermath for Team Liquid.
It worked out well bottom. Honestly, top side, that was silliness out of Meech. He shouldn't have been there. I don't really understand what he was thinking. Like, did he forget what Mordekaiser does? Has he never read the tooltip? Come on, Meech. We gotta pay more attention than that on these types of plays. Otherwise, this Mordekaiser could quickly become a massive issue. Remember, if this guy gets so far ahead that he's raid boss status, all of a sudden the IRS is kicking in the door at 100 Thieves, demanding some QSS taxes.
And the QSS tax doesn't even work anymore!
Oh, wait, that's right! Oh, my goodness, I had completely forgotten about that because I hadn't been seeing Mordekaiser for so long, but here we go. It's potentially a move up here on Quid.
Yeah, Impact out here teaching the kids some lessons. Flowers. Yeah. And now it's just, how do you never really get a Mordekaiser back under control after they've been given a bunch of early money. So Impact is going to be a 1v2 god machine here for the rest of the game. This actually makes it very interesting. I was previously going to be looking at River on the Brand and seeing how much Brand was going to be able to do to kind of burn through that front line, but River's job is much more difficult now, so we'll see.
Eyla going for the flash engage there on CoreJJ. Flash for flash traded by the supports. You know, I think it's a little bit of karmic justice that I forgot the Mordekaiser thing because I was clowning on Meech for not remembering what Mordekaiser does. And then who was it who didn't remember what Mordekaiser did?
All right, Flowers, you're going to have to join him in Impact's lesson here.
Yeah, they got
Impact is going to take everyone to school. I thought you guys were skirmish. I love how APA actually always, he's typing so fast. You see this pretty frequently. He's got the letters misplaced.
Nothing's spelled right.
But nobody ever deducts points for that. They're just happy that he gets the message out.
All right, Impact gonna find another one here. Might not be able to kill him off inside the ulti, but he's got Umti right there to back him up. Impact and Umti making it a 3-0 game for Team Liquid.
Impact is gonna make them regret this one for sure. He just lays the beat down on another AD carry, burns another AD carry's flash. I mean, he's actually just the god of the game right now.
Yep, and when we look at the jungle right now, 1-0-1 on Umti, and he's down 1 farm compared to River. The thing that I was looking at is, can 100 Thieves and River use these high-tempo AP junglers to really put the pressure on Umti, who continues to just play tanks? And the answer in the first 10.5 minutes of this game is no.
Yeah, we'll see as River starts up these grubs with Umti in the back. The 4th grub here, Sejuani grub.
Sejuani grub. He has to go back over the wall. He does not secure that first grub. And since 100 Thieves is committing a lot of manpower to the pit, it looks like they will get the full 6 grubs here in game number 1. Team Liquid, of course, did take that first dragon earlier on. Second one going to be spawning in under 2 minutes here, but because those spawns aren't synced up, it's not like TL can grab something back on the other side of the map for it.
Yeah, can't grab anything back. 100 Thieves, that's definitely something you can try and build around. It's just that split pushing is really hard when you're playing against the fed Mordekaiser. So it actually is going to be hard for 100 Thieves to get full value out of 6 grubs. Usually you're like, oh my god, 6 grubs, I love that, pushing towers, you know, double mites. But 100 Thieves don't have a split pusher. Like, they just don't. Anybody who goes out there is impact food. So we will see. Quite interesting here. And I like the call from Team Liquid. They'll probably just try and keep up their dragon stacking. Meanwhile, both AD carries in mid and in bottom right now, even though they have swapped places, will gain control of the waves and be able to slowly push those in.
And you can see the itemization here for Sniper, going for the early bombies after that tier that you were talking about into a Spectre's Cal now, because he knows, all right, Mordekaiser's pretty scary. I don't just want to keep getting
fair enough.
Smacked around by this dude. Probably would like to be at least a little bit more defensive against that option. He knows that if the Sejuani comes back up here, that's also a lot of magic damage. So almost a 2,000 gold lead for Team Liquid. 12 minutes into the game feels really great for the early stages of this one. First item already completed for APA with that Trinity Force. Zeke's convergence online for the Sejuani. We were talking earlier today while we were watching the first series just about how this item feels so good for tank junglers right now. It gives you a little bit of everything you want.
It's so cheap. You know, dipping into the support itemization actually always does feel good for junglers because support itemization is always so efficient. So anytime there's something that actually gets mana removed from it that is a support item, junglers just love that purchase. It is always going to be so efficient. Anything with mana on it always feels really bad for junglers since they have such good mana regeneration. And so we'll see. With a Sejuani ultimate ready and APA having Trinity Force, that is a recipe for a play right there. Umti's hovering around, but 100 Thieves also have that ward over in the new banana brush, so they're able to push them off. The only problem for 100 Thieves is they left bottom side open, so Team Liquid are like, great, APA is just going to get free money on tower plates.
Meanwhile, the fight breaks out, and Eyla could be in a little bit of trouble here. The bubble doesn't connect on him, so he's walking away, but not walking fast enough. Gone! Picks up the kill, thanks to the lockup from Umti and CoreJJ. The burn still on Umti Sejuani, but the True Shot Barrage won't find him. The last couple of ticks! Damage over time and River makes it an even trade there.
Yeah, Brand passive and Leandri's is just so yucky for Sejuani to deal with.
Yucky.
That burn, that tick lasts a long time. Meanwhile, Yeon and CoreJJ here. Looking to try and deal with it. Meech on the other side does have his flash, so don't get baited in here. Green and white guns is a really strong combination, so would be able to zone you off. He just puts down the turret while Brand goes to take care of the dragon. And remember, even when everything was going so bad for 100 Thieves, we kept our eyes on River, this critical Brand pick. And River is still keeping to his game plan. Sometimes it's jungle. As the rest of your team is all dying, they're all feeding, you just got to remain focused on your own gameplay, especially when you're playing a Brand. A very selfish jungler here, so
yeah.
He was able to get the kill on the Sedge, he was able to get the dragon, still going to try and power through.
And against Sejuani in particular, I like the fact that you mentioned how yucky the damage over time was, because remember that Sejuani is so good against front-loaded damage. Because of both Arctic Armor and the Aftershock, she has so many resistances for those first couple of seconds, but Brand doesn't even care about that. Quid better care about APA, though! The Ezreal trying to flash out, but APA ain't gonna let him. River flashes forward to follow it up. That passive explosion is gonna make this one an even trade as well.
Yeah, both of them had Trinity Force, so, you know, Quid wants to get a little dangerous in there, and APA gets another solo bolo. It does cost River his flash to follow up, but at least 400 Thieves side, he does follow up, and he tries to salvage something there. It's you know, it's kind of River now versus the entire team of TL.
Yes.
Everybody else just makes space for River. Brand has plenty of teamfight damage too, so maybe he'll be able to do something about it as the game does progress.
Well, we've got Umti securing the Rift Herald here for TL. For the first 10 minutes of the game, 100 Thieves owned the top side neutral objectives. Team Liquid owned the bot side. Now it's flip-flopped as we're making our way into the mid game. You can see the Hollow Radiance purchased for Sniper. Doesn't quite have the same damage potential ticking up as you're in combat as a Sunfire does, but you do get the Explodey passive for better split push control, better just extra wave pressure to deal with impact as he's, you know, still just the same strong Mordekaiser that we knew he was earlier. Yeon and Core, got to be a little bit respectful here of Meech and Eyla, but they aren't too afraid of anything. River is currently clearing through his camps, so I don't think 100 Thieves will probably be looking for a whole lot. As you said, Brand is the protagonist. You're not going to do anything important in the story without the protagonist there, so just kind of chilling right now, farming it up. TL still 2.3 thousand gold ahead.
Everybody else, just relax, okay? Don't try and do anything too dangerous. My eyeballs are actually on the bottom side. Ah, thank you. Perfect observers. They're psychic. The bottom side, because the tower's so low here, and APA versus Quid is actually flash advantage now for Quid, because APA used his, of course, to get the kill last time around. But I was shocked that there was no trash talk afterwards. There was no typing from APA, even though he was able to get the kill. Maybe it's because Brand answered, and so he's biding his time. He was like, all right, I'll wait for the next time. But everybody from 100 Thieves kind of rotating through to ensure that they have full vision coverage of this River.
All right, the Rift Herald is summoned up in mid lane, already in charge range as soon as she spawns. One more auto attack or two might get it done, but now Eyla's here on the front line. Umti's gonna be careful. The Brand ulti with a True Shot Barrage together is gonna burn him down, but it'll be traded back for Eyla. A 1-for-1 in mid lane as the Herald finds its second charge, and Meech is in a real bad spot. Impact is an absolute raid boss, and I don't think 100 Thieves has the gear. Sniper tries to get back underneath the tier 2, and Quid's going home in a body bag. TL wins the fight.
Top die, support die, mid die, any carry die, and Impact is all over the map right now. Honestly, let's just give player of the game, Impact.
Well done, Mr. Impact. Here's another look at how it went down.
All right, so Impact comes out of the brush, out of the shadows here. He's able to get the grab onto Eyla. Count that one for Impact. Then he runs up to Meech. Meech again, not respecting his elders, so he runs him down effortlessly. Then he pops the ultimate onto Quid, runs Quid down as well. Quid is able to arcane shift over, so Impact flashes to follow and ensures his death. Even though other people were taking the final hits on those kills, I'm counting all 3 of those to Impact.
They are simply Impact's ads. He is the main boss, and he is making this encounter happen for Team Liquid.
He's a benevolent boss, so he's like, here, you know what? Share some money with the rest of the team. You can have this one, you can have that one.
Here you go. Here's your
But
paycheck.
everybody knows at the end of the day, the one at the top of the damage meters, is the Mordekaiser. He's got teleport ready too, so keep your eyes open for the split push from Mr. Impact and see how they are able to use both him and APA to get top side and bottom side pushing for themselves. Meanwhile, a little bit of a trade here as Umti is going to try and focus on the Raptors, and they go for it!
They go after Yeon, but he's getting away for now. River wanted to chase after him, but the TP coming in forces 100 Thieves right on back. A full culling, mag dumped into Sniper. He flashes over the wall to escape. 100 Thieves have all 5 players here in mid lane, but they weren't able to make anything happen thus far. Team Liquid feeling all right about it.
Yeah, really good peeling, I would say, from Umti there. Even though Umti was not in the middle of your screen, he threw a Sejuani ult from Raptor Pit to stop Sniper from getting the ultimate onto Yeon. Yeon was able to escape there, able to live because of good peeling from his team. And good peeling is what really makes 1-3-1 split push work. Enemy team tries to force on you mid, Yeon's able to escape, and it just looks easy for Team Liquid as they got bottom side of the map. They got the secondary tower there with APA split pushing, and then they're able to retreat over to the Dragon, keep their stacking alive.
They're 6,000 gold ahead, man, and the clock is only now about to hit 20 minutes. You can see the Infinity Edge completed there for APA. We've got the Rapid Fire Cannon and the BF Sword in the inventory right next to it. That second, almost third fully completed item here for Yeon. This is becoming really suffocating really fast for 100 Thieves. I don't really even know what the goal is here other than hope that Team Liquid makes a mistake in going for a Baron too early and you can try to punish it, maybe get some massive AoE from the brand, because it feels like Meech's Aphelios is invisible this game. Sniper hasn't been able to make a meaningful impact on the Skarner, and Quid 1-3-1 on this Ezreal. He already showed he's losing these to APA right now.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just so proud of Team Liquid for how well they're able to split push. Yes, you know, the beginning of the game with Impact getting so many kills and Impact being such a force, that's one thing, but here we go.
Bang. Eyla wants to make the engage. He goes after CoreJJ, but 100 Thieves just can't back it up. Yeon now again, nice placement of the calling. He just completely fills Eyla full of bullets. Impact just dancing on him again. One big hammer right over the top of the head. He's out, he's done, he's out of there, he's gone. With the enemy support dead, with the enemy top laner down on the bottom side of the map, APA has all the space in the world to take out yet another tier 2 turret. Meanwhile, the rest of his team just moving in, putting down some vision, stealing away the enemy blue buff, stealing away the enemy jungle camps. Again, just forcing this economy to be more and more in favor of TL.
It's just textbook. It's so nice and refreshing here, watching Team Liquid play by the books, taking away these options from 100 Thieves, and then being able to outplay them, you know, when they actually do get into the fights. But the setups and being able to set themselves up for good outcomes, do their lane assignments first, then also getting the outplays is just bodes quite well for this team. And this is the reason everybody right now, all the teams, all the players in the LCS, all looking at Team Liquid at the top of the rankings and just hoping that they can craft ways to try and take them down. 100 Thieves here. We will return to our River Point flowers for their perspective, because that is really the only perspective kind of remaining. It's just that now he is so outgunned. There's way too much money on the side of Team Liquid. I mean, APA's got 2 levels over him on the Corki here, and the poke damage is really annoying.
Oh, River! He's not going to be the one who gets caught, but it's Sniper in the middle of everybody. Yeon flashing away to escape the impale. Eyla into the back, looking to lock down the Team Liquid AD carry, and 100 Thieves already found a kill. They're about to find a second. River goes on a killing spree, and APA tries to run back over the wall, but he's running into the 100 Thieves side of the map. Eyla, Quid, and River still looking for the chase. APA crashes and burns. 100 Thieves just found a 3 for nothing. Impact trying to split push in the bottom lane at the same time. He does not quite have the cooldown on the teleport, but it's coming up in just a moment.
3 seconds there on Impact's teleport. Is he going to try and walk up? He would only have CoreJJ to play with. I guess it's too late. I think 100 Thieves have made a miracle comeback. In the few seconds where Impact did not have teleport available, they strike again. 100 Thieves making a comeback here. Let's take a look at it. Sniper, he forced Yeon's flash over to the side, and it's Eyla and Quid. Eyla and Quid go right over the Sejuani to assassinate Yeon. Beautiful stuff. Meanwhile, River was able to burn down the rest of Team Liquid and set them up to just be easy pickings here. Quid again gets the shutdown also, so massive, massive stuff. And River invested his flash and able to ensure they could get that shutdown as well. That is so much money into the mid Ezreal, into Quid, who really rewarded 100 Thieves. Last time they were able to pick him the champion. I mean, he got the Baron plus the Quadra, and this time around, 100 Thieves with the Baron buff. They're getting teleported on behind them. The flank is coming. Sniper has an answer.
All right, we got a TP coming in to reinforce 100 Thieves, but Impact has already found the pincer attack. He flashes forward. He's going after Quid. The Ezreal tries to stay alive, but it ain't going to happen. Impact burns him down first, and now Sniper's going to head for the hills. Leona ulti slows him down for a moment. Umti's trying to get back away. River lighting these guys up as they try to continue chasing down the injured 100 Thieves players. Umti with 200 HP. Impact at death's door, but Yeon, APA, and Core are still chasing the remaining 100 Thieves players out. Sniper has no ulti. Eyla regenerating rapidly here with the Warmogs. 100 Thieves is still looking for maybe some kind of a play, some kind of a punish. APA coming around from the side. Eyla not gonna jump in there here just yet. 100 Thieves, they will end up walking away from this one. The fight, still that kill onto Quid. The punish from TL. The pincer attack works out and it earns them soul point here with their third Drake.
Yeah, Impact says, I'm still the main character of this game. Nice comeback, 100 Thieves, but I'm going to put a stop to it right now.
Yeah.
Ensure that we get to our Dragon Soul point at the very least. 3 dragons now for Team Liquid. Though the gold that 100 Thieves got off of that team fight play into the Baron, plus presumably this mid tower.
Oh, we aren't done yet. The mid lane tier 1 turret's still going to be standing with one auto attack left on, and 100 Thieves is making a critical mistake trying to push this now. Ayla dies next to Meech, and the remaining 3 players have to run. APA's on the hunt, needs a couple of more rockets to make this one work, but he's got to be sidestepping brand spells the whole time. You could see what 100 Thieves wanted to do. They wanted to burst down the turret, they wanted to take the fight then, but it survived with just enough HP to make it not work. Team Liquid gonna win another scrap.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky to rush into it. That tower is so low that they're probably going to be able to get at some point, but they really wanted the money now to try and cash in, try and get the Bloodthirster completed for Quid, try and see if they could hit another power spike. They do get kind of pushed off there, and Team Liquid collecting some more kills, so they increase their goal lead once again, and they set themselves up for a Dragon Soul here for Team Liquid. Still fairly far off, over 3.5 minutes, but that is kind of the next goal there. Baron gonna arrive a little bit sooner than that, and so it might be some earlier posturing around the top half of the map, but I kind of expect them, with the mini comeback that 100 Thieves had, to maybe play it a little bit safer and aim for Soul.
Well, if we compare the overall states of the game we've experienced so far here in this one, Team Liquid at their greatest heights were about 6,500 gold ahead. Right at the time of the big Baron play for 100 Thieves, the lead shrank down to 2K. Quid escaping here as Team Liquid wanted to move into mid lane. Sniper might not be so lucky, pops the shield, walks right on away. Skarner shield combined with Thimble Winter is so much extra effective HP with these shield spams coming out, so you really have to put a lot of DPS into killing him. But yeah, we're back to a 4,000 gold difference, so kind of split in the middle between the greatest Team Liquid lead and the biggest 100 Thieves comeback state so far, as Meech loses about 40% HP to Yeon's calling. Yeon then dashing right back away with a pursuit. Umti's still hanging around on the side here. 100 Thieves has to be careful with how far out they want to push. Impact does not have his teleport available yet. That's something that Team Liquid needs to be cognizant of. A fight without Impact is not a fight they want to take. You need to have the Mordekaiser around, but APA is once again threatening in the side lane.
And Impact is here. He's made his way down. APA, it's a crazy pincer they have here, but they do have a bit of a pinch.
Yeah,
it results
weird.
in one rocket, a big one. A big one, and they're going to be able to walk the rest of it out here as 100 Thieves are able to filter down to the bottom side eventually.
Yeah, nobody from 100 Thieves is dead. Nobody gets caught there or anything. APA now could be in a pretty rough spot. Quid getting himself back away as APA and Quid are both barely hanging on. APA down to about 200 HP, and Meech takes him down. That's a big pick for 100 Thieves.
Luckily for Team Liquid, the death timer is going to be enough time before Baron spawns so that 100 Thieves don't get a true comeback off of this, but that was definitely an error from APA. Both flashes from Quid and APA invested in that play, but the extra kill, the extra money We'll see if 100 Thieves can make use of it here. And maybe these two mid laners might get punished for having no flashes as we do get to the critical Baron setup. 30 seconds ahead of time here. Impact doesn't quite have flash for this play, though he has gotten to his level 16 for rank 3 ultimate. 20 seconds left on his flash.
Okay, Eyla gets caught by the Sejuani ulti. The Glacial Prison locks him up. Skarner ult won't accomplish anything as Yeon steps out of the way of it. Eyla is picked off. Umti down to about 1/3 HP, dashing out of the way of the True Shot barrage there with the Arctic Assault. River's still on the side. TP coming in. Yes, APA makes his way into the fight, but as soon as he does, he's hit by the WQ combo from the Brand. Takes him down to below half health just with 2 spells plus the burn. The Brand damage is absolutely insane. That is a Pillar of Flame followed up with a, I think, Seer is the Q. But yeah, that's just, man, this guy does so much damage so fast. Team Liquid having to pay their respects towards that. River trying to get himself back out here. You can see he's 3/4 of the way to level 16, to that final level on the ulti, that massive team fight power that 100 Thieves will have to rely on if they want to find a win in one of these big fights.
Yeah, River's been doing a lot of work this game so far.
Yeon's Callings also just completely cutting through these health bars on 100 Thieves. Nice aim with the True Shot barrage there, though. River now clearing out some of the brushes here off to the side. The Drake is up. You talked about it earlier. This is Soul if Team Liquid secures it.
Remember, too, even if you try and go for a smite fight, Impact can just ult the enemy jungler.
Yeah.
Take him into the Shadow Realm so that it's not a fight at all. They should secure the Soul.
Yep, Dragon Soul secured to the side of TL. Impact is going to get stunned up, but he goes for the Shadow Realm on Eyla to get himself out of the danger that he does otherwise be in. APA flying into the middle of everybody, but he's only flying into his own death. The Corki Valkyrie was a little bit too audacious, but Ayla's going to be traded back. Impact goes godlike, and River goes down. The Brand is out of the picture, and it's Team Liquid painting the rift with 100 Thieves blood.
It's a triple for Impact this time around. Takes him into the Death Realm, and Team Liquid will take the Baron as their payment. That's going to put a nice capstone on this one. Soul acquired for TL, Baron acquired for pushing after they go spend all of their money. Impact truly is one of the greats, god of top lane here, has not died a single time off of his Zhonya's Hourglass, keeps on diving in. Even when APA jumped onto 100 Thieves there, and you thought it was gonna get a little bit dicey, Impact comes out of the Death Realm and just destroys them all.
And you could see, even right there, Umti recognizing because they killed off everybody on 100 Thieves, he doesn't have to worry about securing that Baron immediately. Impact very low. He might finally die. Meech, red, white, don't fight, shuts him down.
Teleport, teleport, teleport. All right, we finally see a moment of weakness here as Impact does go down.
Nicely done from Meech. That is big. That previous fight there at the Dragon Soul was the first time this game that River died. Impact was the only remaining unkilled player, but now nobody's sitting there with that perfect KDA. 100 Thieves, they've got 30 seconds before that enemy top laner comes back alive. Yeon holding the cleanse. He sidesteps the hard CC from the Solar Flare, not that scared of just the slow. Umti getting himself away. His Arctic armor is going to block that slow there from snipers. Quid nearly dies just to the calling. Thrown up into the air by the Nami wave, but he's so far away they won't be able to find any additional punish on that one. Meech finally putting out some DPS here as APA wants to make his way in, but APA is going to get caught instead. Who is flanking who? APA gives away a pretty critical blunder here just as Impact is back on the map. APA is now out for the next 50 seconds. 100 Thieves pushing onto the tier 2. The little baby grubbies helping them out.
These are objective bounties too. How much can 100 Thieves get? We've got a pause.
Bruh.
Somebody just called a team meeting. They suspect APA.
Team meeting.
Wait a second.
I saw him go into the vent.
Emergency meeting. What's going on here? Corki's a little suspect. Honestly, though, it was a really good turn from 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
You know, full credit to Eyla here, doing a lot to lock him down, take down that Corki, because that was the critical pick. Allowing them to push right up mid lane, get the extra money. We will see. Hopefully, this is nothing of note, and we can smoothly resume play.
I hope so, man, because this game is really fun. Even though Team Liquid has been
I'm having fun.
in a significant lead for most of the game, I like the fact that we're still seeing 100 Thieves try to make things happen. It's not the sit there, do nothing, and hope that they don't win. Like, it's actual attempts at playmaking. They're still trying to find these angles. They're still trying to navigate these fights despite the fact that their opponents have this massive gold lead. And yeah, Eyla being able to set up these picks. River always watching to the side. He knows how Team Liquid likes to play these fights. He knows that APA and Impact are creeping around in the brushes trying to smack somebody over the head by surprise. He's got his helmet on.
This junglers should watch these River VODs. I mean, River is so good. Even when a lot of the team is faltering, you know, they're creating openings for the enemy. River stays so focused. He's really, really good at you know, making his own opportunities really here. So you mentioned it though, the level 16 on him, the triple item power spike, the brand. See how much they can actually do. I've got some good news for you. It is just an audio issue. So
Let's go.
At the very least, we won't have to, you know, chrono break or anything, and we'll just fix up the audio here real quick and get right back to the action.
Okay, looks like we are back. Let's do it. Still a 17-10 game favoring Team Liquid. They command a 4,500 gold lead. They have the Cloud Soul. 3 minutes until the Elder Drake spawns. 4 until Baron is back. I always get a little bit nervous in these kinds of standoff situations because it's like everybody's hanging around, still seeing.
Especially because top lane's got all the way up to the top turret. So it presents an interesting situation where you sometimes think there's going to be a pick. If somebody's got to go answer this top wave that we're seeing right now, then maybe someone's straggler recall, like the timers are desynced, and that's what Umti was fishing around for.
Yeah.
Sejuani hunting, looking for those late game picks that can just finish off the game right there, but he doesn't catch anybody. No straggler recalls found here, so it is a full reset. Team Liquid, they've got APA back and alive. He's got double summoner spells heading down mid lane to join the rest of the squad, and Team Liquid still have a commanding position, especially with Baron buff allowing the split. Umti just takes the whole tower.
Yeah, easy peasy, man. Umti gonna crack the first tier 3 turret in the base of 100 Thieves. Team Liquid now just deciding to back up here a little bit. Remember that because of that Cloud Soul, you're talking about these picks, talking about finding a straggler. It's that much easier for Team Liquid to do so because of the extra movement speed they're afforded. Yeon goes for the culling, but immediately stunned out of it. True shot barrage. Chumps CoreJJ pretty massively, but look at the health bars on 100 Thieves. These guys are not fit to fight. Impact is coming around from below. Sniper's gonna be in some trouble. He's stuck in the death round, and Impact's ready to spread those wings. Sniper stays alive for now, but Team Liquid has forced 100 Thieves back. They cannot stand and defend. That mid lane inhibitor is gone.
Nice spacing there from Impact, even in the Death Realm. You could see it. As it was going to time out soon, he backed up to the Skarner ult range, and it kind of baited Skarner ult from Sniper and walks back, able to avoid it. So he eventually gets the ult for ult trade, plus the extra momentum that the rest of the squad was able to create while he was in the Death Realm. So mid inhibitor is the only casualty so far for 100 Thieves, and
they jump in. They're leading the way with Eyla, but he's going to be taking a massive amount of punishment. He dives first. Impact's traded though. Team Liquid still on the run as Quid is still firing. He takes down Umti, and he's ready to look for more. The Mystic shot will not connect on Yeon. Yeon returning the favor here with a culling. APA's going for the teleport back into the enemy base. Quid's going to be the one to answer. APA teleports on top of the minion wave. Quid makes his way back in time. Both mid laners now without the teleport. And Team Liquid escapes without any more casualties. It's still a 2-for-1 play from 100 Thieves.
I'm a believer in mid lane Ezreal. At the very least, Quid's mid lane Ezreal. This is now 2 games we have had. As far as the sample size, no way!
He even steals the crab.
What? That's, as a jungler, I'm like, that's more than getting in those last few, like 3 kills worth of skill right there.
Late game Scuttle Crab.
Scuttle Crab, while it's dashing, by the way. So many junglers get juked by Scuttle Crab's dashing. That thing right back into the ultimate. That was like 100 Thieves Scuttle Crab. It wanted to go into the Quid Ezreal ultimate, but last fight around, we saw the chase down, and you know, the weaknesses of Mordekaiser are always dealing with range that is perma-slow on you. It's so annoying for team fights. They're gonna burn down Elder Dragon. Here we go.
Yeah, they are rushing the Elder. Umti has to be kept away from it. The Elder's already gonna be secured. Team Liquid, we're too slow. They didn't respect how fast Brand burns it away. 100 Thieves, 5 men strong. Looking to see if they can put this Elder to good use. Yeon wants to step up, poke at him here a little bit. They've got this Elder for the next 2.5 minutes. Baron's gonna spawn here in about 45 seconds, but there's an inhibitor down in mid lane and one exposed in bottom lane. Team Liquid, though, does not have either one of their teleports. Sniper still has his. If 100 Thieves need to use him to hold the base and then TP in for the Baron fight. Team Liquid wants to avoid any big confrontations for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's why everyone always primary focus on the Elder, because if you get the Elder, even when the objectives aren't desynced like this, if they're both up, then you get Elder, you get the wins in the team fights. But if they are desynced, the Elder guarantees you are going to get the Baron. Nobody wants to fight you. Wait a second, does it guarantee anything? They've got vision advantage. Yeah. They're gonna try and make something out of the vision advantage. It's so dangerous versus Elder, but they're gonna burn it down now. And 100 Thieves, if they don't face check soon.
Yeah, Team Liquid is just gonna do to 100 Thieves what 100 Thieves did to Team Liquid.
Oh, baby.
100 rushed the Elder.
Oh, baby.
Liquid rushed the Baron. It's super buff versus super buff. And 100 Thieves have control over the mid lane.
Wow, I really thought 100 Thieves was going to just force it through with their Elder and just have be okay with face checking because they have the Elder advantage, but they really believe that the face checking is more detrimental than even just walking into a fight here with Elder buff on. So they let him have it and have Sniper push bottom, but here we go.
APA's going in, but Impact already found the flank. He came around the long way from the side, and Impact picks Quid at a critical moment. Sniper tries to get out. Umti wanted to block his way, but it ain't gonna work. The flash over the wall to get the Scorpion to safety. 100 Thieves has to regroup, and they have to do it now.
Team Liquid here winning against Elder Dragon. They are doing it. Impact with the flank around, gets Quid, uses his flash to do it, and they want to win the game on this, Flowers. With the Baron buff, they can push in, see, at least get 2 inhibitors.
Yeah, they have Baron for the next 2 minutes. Elder's going to expire in 10 seconds. All Liquid has to do is wait that timer out. They can turn their attention to this bottom lane inhibitor during that waiting time. Just pop that one real fast, and there it is. Elder is now expired. 100 Thieves in a 4v5 for the next 10 seconds. 2 of their inhibitors are down. That mid lane inhib is going to respawn here in about 30 seconds. Impact again on the flank, making it happen there versus Quid, but now Eyla's gonna get picked. APA takes him down. Sniper's gonna get stunned up, and he should fall too. APA's got the damage. A double kill back to the Corki, and right as Quid is back on the map, Sniper and Eyla take their exit.
All right, Team Liquid. Umti does have a Warmog, so they can just stick around here with the Baron buff, wait for the next wave, and try and push.
100 Thieves. Now they got to defend for another 40 seconds. This time it's a 3v5. The TP gonna bring APA right back in.
Here comes the wave. Bottom wave first.
Lane inhibitor re-killed. Both waves gonna be coming in at about the same time here. Umti making sure he stays mid so that that wave is permanently enchanted by the Baron as well. This turret isn't gonna last very long. APA has already cut down that first Nexus defense. Quid shoots off the True Shot barrage, but it ain't enough to kill anybody here just yet. 1 Nexus turret remains. River, Quid, and Meech scrambling to defend, but the super minions are leading the charge, and the second Nexus turret falls. Team Liquid only has to kill the Nexus now. Eyla back in the picture, tries to go after APA, but he ain't gonna land the solar flare. Sniper's back on the map now, speeding straight out of the fountain, trying to push Team Liquid out, trying to keep game 1 going, but the culling from Yeon does so much damage. He goes to the killing spree, and 100 Thieves, try as they might, will not withstand the tide from Team Liquid. APA's grabbing a couple more kills. There goes your Nexus. 24-12, Team Liquid takes game 1.
What a fun game there. 100 Thieves and River especially made this game so interesting, even with how crazy fed Team Liquid were getting early on, how many objectives they were getting, how Impact was just crushing and controlling the game. River, the backbone here. Quid then stepped up later as they were able to get some money on him and some kills. But if we're giving out those awards, you know how like OP.GG has ace for the losing team?
Yeah.
It's ace for River and player of the game for Impact.
All right, attention.